What is value stream mapping?
Sir, adding value to the products to the customer from upstream to downstream.
Okay, okay, fine. Anyway, we have just decided to follow the flow of the sequence of operations and sequence of activities. In that sequence of operations from start to the finish, what are the activities which are more value to our requirements and contributing to our necessities and needs, and what are the based on that priority will be decided, and based on that highest priority, next priority, and then first try to reduce the ideal time, and or eliminate or reduce the ideal time, and then give a highest priority to the uh, highly value added requirements or critical highly critical requirements, and then moderate requirements, then low requirements, like that. Or we can say different uh, activities, a sequence of activities will be considered and then arranged in an order, like what is the material flow, what is the production process, what is the material flow, what is the information flow, what is the financial contribution. Different dimensions will be considered, and those dimensions will be analyzed accordingly. Just we will see one example, video example.
Value stream is all about. Simply put together, value stream is a series of steps that offers to provide a product or service that the customer want or need. And this value stream mapping is a technique for identifying and eliminating waste from the process by analyzing the flow of material and information currently required to bring a product or service to the end customer. So in this video, we're going to look in detail what is value stream mapping. We'll also try to understand the different symbols that are used in creating this value stream mapping with the help of some examples. So please watch this video till the end. So what is value stream mapping? Value stream mapping is a technique that is used for identifying and eliminating waste from the process by analyzing the flow of material and information currently required to bring the product or service to the end consumer. So what is value? Value is something that customer would pay for it. So if you are not adding any value, you are just adding the cost or the waste. According to the activities, there are 95% of the activities that we do are non-value added activities, and just 5% of them are value added activities. So are your customer going to pay for this non-value added activities, that is 95%? So the outcome of value stream mapping exercise that we're going to do is to improve the process by identifying when and where the process inefficiencies lies, and will also execute a plan to eliminate those waste. So you can use value stream mapping on a number of different processes in your organization and not just on a manufacturing floor. So in order to provide the product or service that customer desires, every company has a series of steps that are required. And value stream mapping enables us to better understand what these steps are, where the value is being added and where it is not, which is a waste, and more importantly, how to improve upon as a collective process.
Yes, type 2 diabetes can be reversed. We thought that
Value stream mapping focuses on areas of a firm that add value to product or service. And when you talk about the value, if we are not adding any value, we are adding the waste. And these are 8 deadly waste: waiting time, defect, inventory, overproduction, processing, motion, and transportation. So value stream mapping became a popular practice with the rise of lean in second half of 20th century. And it is one of the foundations that made the total production system a manufacturing sensation. Value stream mapping uses a set of unique symbols to visualize the process. Let us look at some of them one by one. The first one we have are the suppliers and the customers. They have the same symbol and look like an abstract geometric representation of a factory. Supplier usually will mark the beginning of a process and will be found to the left of the value stream. The customer is often found in the last step to the right of the value stream map. Next, we have the packaging. Then we have the safety stock. Where it means that rather the permanent storage, the cycle indicates a temporary safety stock to prevent problems in the event of a system failure or other issues. Next, what we have is the timelines. Then we have the safety and buffer, shipment or a movement of goods. Then we have a go to see scheduling. It refers to confirming something visually during the process, and it is often represented with a pair of glasses. Next, what we have is the physical pull. Then we have the inventory, where I denotes the number of units. Then we have the daily schedule or scheduler, push. Then we have the transportation using forklift or something else. Then we have the communication, material flow, signal Kanban. Then we have the process, which denotes with the process at the top of the heading. And finally, we have the information flow. So these are the most common types of symbols that we are going to use in a value stream mapping. There are actually more than these, but these are the most relevant symbols I have taken. So let's have a quick mapping overview here. Mapping exercise has different phases. The first phase is to map the current state, that is documenting both the task and the flow of information and material from start to finish. Documenting the flow is important because you want to understand if there are waiting time or idle time in between the process or not. The current state should be the process that it is happening today and not what it is thought to be happening. To create a current state map, collect the data and information by walking the flow and interviewing the people who perform the task. This is beneficial for two reasons. The team will have an opportunity to see the entire process and look for waste. Secondly, people who actually perform the task, that is maybe it could be the operators, the assemblers or technicians, can answer questions and clarify any misconceptions or preconceived notions on how the tasks are being performed. So once your team has gathered and reviewed the information obtained while walking the flow, draw the value stream map of current state. Next step is to create the ideal or the future state, representing the best of the process that you can achieve, removing all the waste, delay, restrictions, inefficiencies, and excess inventories. Then they are then eliminated in the ideal state map, which gives the organization a working plan to achieve a lean efficiency. Finally, team creates and executes a plan that implements this new ideal state. The action plan may take multiple phases to fully implement. So this is a typical layout of a value stream mapping, where it starts with selecting a process that you need to map. The process you choose should be valuable to the company. As example, the process could be important for growth, improving the quality, on-time delivery, or reducing the lead time. So choose the process which has high probability for success. Don't try to tackle the most important or difficult process first, because you may never make it through the entire mapping project. So with so much information packed into this value stream mapping, it is no surprise that there are terms and features that may need some explanation. To start, each value stream mapping typically has three key sections. These sections are: first, at the top, we have this information flow. The information flow shows the communication of process related information and the transmission of data between the supplier and customer. Like for example, supplier is asking for a weekly order and customer is requesting for a monthly order. Next, what we have is the product flow or your material flow. Here you will map all the processes right from beginning, from concept till the delivery. It typically shows both the tasks that are being performed and the person or the team performing the task. Suppose here you can say that we have listed down all the processes: process A, process B, and process C, including shipping. And in between, there is an inventory between process A and process B of say 70, denoted by a triangle with number in it. Same way, we have inventory between process B and process C.
To get the smile you've always wanted, Invis is the answer.
The next section that we have is the time ladder. The time ladder provides somewhat a simplistic visual representation of time value. The upper portion of time ladder represents the average amount of time the feature is taking. Suppose in this case, the process A is taking 0.25 days, and before that there is a 5-day of waiting time. And between process A and process B, there is a waiting time of 6 days, and then process B is taking another 0.25 days. Same case, process B between and process C, there is a 8-day of waiting time, and then process C is taking 0.25 days. Again, between process C and shipping, there is another 5-day delay, and then 0.25 days is the shipping time. So if you add all that time which all the processes are taking, is add up to 24 days, and the processing time at the bottom adds up to 2 days. So in this case, if you divide 2 by 24, you will get that only 4.2% is the value added time that you have added, and less than 95% 8 is the non-value added time. That is the waste. So now you have the value stream mapping showing where are you adding value and where are you adding waste. So you can either remove this waste, which could be, you can either talk to suppliers to have this just-in-time concept, or you can either optimize your inventory, and because you know where are you spending your money is going in, and how can you control this thing. So you need to focus on this 95.8% and try to minimize it so that you can focus on the rest 4.2%. That is value stream mapping for you.
Is whiteboard is visible?
Yes, sir.
Is whiteboard is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Value stream mapping. First, what is your production process or business process? Understand. Production or business process. Second is inform activities. Sequence of activities. Third is elements like supplier, production controller, production process, customer. Then fourth is information flow. Fifth one is financial flow. Okay. First, based on this all understanding, just you need to arrange the process from starting activity to the ending activity. These are the different activities. In between, what is the actual productive time and what is the ideal time? We should identify. Then for each stage, we should identify like that. This is the one way. Then can we eliminate this ideal time or can we reduce this ideal time? So what we need to do this, and this is the one way, and other way is to, this is for reducing the lead time, and other way is optimizing the inventory flow or optimizing the production flow and seamlessly streamlining the information flow, financial flow. So these are the some of the terminologies which generally involved in this. Am I audible? One more example is service sector, value stream mapping. In manufacturing or automotive sector, just you have seen this with the example of production flow. Value stream mapping in healthcare or other service sectors like financial institutions like banking, service sector or healthcare. What are those things? We need to understand exact flow, like who are the customers, who are the institutions, third party means regulatory institutions, and who are the suppliers, customers. In this, generally what this exactly look for, security convenience, next search convenience, next transaction convenience. This is with reference to the service sector, finance or banking institution. Transaction convenience. What are the other things you can identify? Means you can follow for in order to reduce the waste or increase the process, improve the process. Anyone can just uh, throw your idea, or anyone can share your views. Just I have discussed, I have mentioned the security convenience, because security is the major feature here. And then search convenience, or search convenience, and transaction convenience. Other one is usability convenience, usability features, usability convenience. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
This is with reference to the service sector, because we are keep on discussing about the we are continuously discussing about the production, general traditional production process with reference to the automotive sector or construction industries, or such a way that even we have discussed about the Toyota production process, that is completely automotive production process, Japanese systems and all. So now just replicate or simulate this environment in this service sector, such as healthcare or tourism, healthcare sector, tourism sector, or banking sector, such as, just I have taken small example. This, what are the before that, what are the main activities, critical activities, which are useful for the value stream mapping? Those critical activities are security related features. Security plays a vital role in this financial institutions, and then banking institutions. Then search convenience for the customer, and transaction convenience for the other parties. And one more is usability features, and usability and appearance features. And what are the other parameters you can? What are the other parameters? What are the other parameters you can think of? Is my whiteboard is visible?
Yes, sir.
Once if you enter the any retail banking page, what you are going to do?
Sir, can you repeat your question?
Once if you enter, suppose once if you log in with any net banking, retail net banking page, what is your first activity?
To check balance or e-statement and all.
No, before that you are going to click on, first you are going to use the URL. After that you will get the home page. Once if you get the home page, once if you see the home page, then retail retail banking and retail net banking login. Like that only you are going to follow sequence of activities. Now directly you cannot see this balance. Now can we see directly balance? Then it will ask login, user and password, and some authentication criteria, security fee, security criteria, security checkbox. Okay. No problem. This is just like with reference to the service sector. Just think it of what are the features, what are the parameters. Just you can identify and arrange in a sequence of order for a specific service sector for value stream mapping is concerned. Okay, automotive, what is the value stream mapping criteria? And construction, what is the value stream mapping criteria? Some of you, I think, you have already completed your summer internship or internship. You have already completed your summer internship, correct? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Then, what is your thought process for value stream mapping criteria for specific to the with reference to the automotive sector? Just think for 2 to 3 minutes. Then you can present your view.
Sir, first we will think about, sir, first we will think about what type of automobiles we have to manufacture, like two-wheelers or passenger cars or vans or trucks, etc. And accordingly, we will then next step will be how much finance or budget would be required, and who will be your suppliers which will satisfy our budget. And then we need to place orders for assembling those products, and we have to choose one auto ancillary supplier. Hello.
Yeah. Go. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. That is a high
Then,
level
sir,
flow. The high
if
level flow you are telling. You are telling the high level flow, correct?
hello,
You are describing. You are just telling the high level flow.
sir, gen- general flow.
General flow means actual process flow will be one flow, and other one
Actual,
is
sir.
the
Yeah, yeah.
one is the
Yes, sir.
process
That
flow,
only
other
actual.
one is the high level flow. Then you need to that is the high level flow. What is the criteria which satisfies the requirements of the value stream mapping? And in general process flow, like how do we optimize the process? How do you streamline the process? How do you make the process and how do you reduce the lead time? How do you improve the production process? How do we eliminate the or reduce the bottlenecks or improve the process? Like that, in the process flow it is going to be there. And the high level flow, then is the right customer or the right supplier and the right mapping is available, or right criteria is available, or something. Just the high level parameters will be monitored in that. I hope you are clear. Are you clear? Are you clear? Nishant, are you clear? Okay.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, then please go ahead as per your understanding. Just take 2 to 3 minutes each one of you, each group, and you can just present your views on your whatever the internship you have done earlier. Based on your internship uh, knowledge, just you can present your views. Just try to take 2 to 3 minutes, or just 4 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, and then each group can come up with your views, how value stream mapping can be applied to your internship which you have done already earlier, so either summer internship or whatever it may be. Are you clear? Are you clear? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, please take 5 minutes time.
Yes.
All of you, please consider 5 minutes time. Then think rigorously based on your earlier summer internship project or whatever the internship you have done in that specific industry domain or sector. Then how do you basically you can apply value stream mapping in that specific sector. Just please come up with your views and present your views after 5 minutes. Each group can present your views after 5 minutes. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
If you have any queries, you can ask. And next session, I am going to explain about the Six Sigma applications and Six Sigma overview, and some other topics of the manufacturing, world-class manufacturing. So please take 5 minutes time and then come up with your views.